Well, we're getting closer. All I gotta do is put the battery in it, get these hoses hooked up. My fittings will be here hopefully tomorrow. That's what it says, but you never can count on anything anymore because of COVID and the weather. But I got some stuff I'm gonna put around this just to protect it from heat, which it should be okay. But we're not gonna wrap none of the exhaust. I'll probably keep these on here, but that's gonna be about it. I've got this welded. I just gotta get this put together. I got the 2-inch spacer to go under here. Uh, I've got some plugs, and this is the way I do it. I'll plug the fuel lines, pressurize the fuel system, get the pressure set at the regulator. And you can see I've got it backed all the way off, so I can get that done. Get the timing light off of it because the timing's set. Right now it's set at 35 degrees total timing. And I won't worry about wiring these right away. We just want to get it back running. I've got to find some way down here to either index these a little different. This plate's actually made for bigger solenoids than the main line, so I had to put washers on the bottom of them. But get this turned so I can maybe put it over here somewhere, the purge solenoids, I can purge it up this way. But we'll get that figured out. It don't have to be. We just need to get the line from the plate to here so there's no kind of vacuum leak or anything. Same on the fuel side. Or I could just put a 3-in cap on it and cap them, leave the pills in it. It's got a 100-shot pill in it right now, and that's what we're going to leave in there for now. Oh my God, I got the hiccups. But exhaust is all welded up. I'm going to flap disc it and then use I got some 360 grit or 320 grit. They're one of the other flap discs, and then I got a bunch of other paper, and we'll get it all cleaned up so it looks like brushed stainless. Get that part done. Get a few little things hooked up. I gotta get the overflow can mounted down here somewhere. Probably mounted on the outside of the frame rail up behind the bumper. But other than that, we did block back here for everything coming in that would have to hook to the battery. You just get too much of it. That's I forgot how many volt it is. It's high volt, but it's 400 amp, so that should take care of that issue. Neaten up some wiring in here, which all can be done after we get it running, but I probably won't wait. I'll probably do it anyway. But the son's on vacation one more day tomorrow, so we got that. But we got to put a radiator in his little K1500. And then all the gauges, and yeah, I know it looks like some old 80s hot rod stuff, but you know what? I really don't care. I like it the way it is. Boost gauge I moved out here to shorten the line so it ain't coming through and around and up to the dash and a mile long. Fuel pressure gauge, with pressure coming out of the pump at the regulator. Oil temperature out of the cooler going to the turbos. Fuel pressure at the carburetor. And nitrous bottle pressure, which is just one of those gauges you put in line. I just mounted it. I'm going to put it in a cup out here with a braided line coming off of it, because it's just too much, not enough room down there for the damn gauge and everything. And that way I can see it up here instead of back at the bottle. But I've got to get all these adjusted where I want them, and the chrome one's out of whack, but I had it, so we're going to use it. You know, hell, there's 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about $125 just in the damn cups. So, but oil pressure could have went inside, but the capillary tube wasn't long enough. Thanks Speedway Motors. But you don't want a mechanical fuel pressure gauge inside the cab with you, and you don't want the nitrous gauge in there without a vent tube and all that shit. And I ain't doing it. So I can come out here. all the oil lines, oil drains, all that's done. I shortened them up so they got a steeper slope to the pan, so they'll drain. They did fine when we were running it at like 3,500, just at the timing. There wasn't no issues. They were draining and doing everything fine. We found one leak, which is this brass fitting where it goes into the block is seeping a little bit. I can probably put my finger under it. Now if it's dry now after I wiped it off, but once it gets pressure it seeps, so I'm going to put a new fitting in there. Fix that. That goes to the gauge. It goes to one turbo, goes to the other turbo, and then the oil temperature gauge comes in the end of it. And these are Vi-Air. They're for Vi-Air air ride systems, but they work good for this. They're aluminum, they're lightweight. I got another one that's going to go back here on the firewall. I'm going to run a 6AN out of the back of the hat into it for boost reference. Then it'll come off of it to the regulator, which is right here, into the 6BT box, and then up here to the gauge. And if the line from the box is too long for some reason, I'll put it up here on the firewall right there where it just passes through and it's really short. I'm trying to keep them lines as short as I can. We didn't have no leaks here or anywhere, which was good. I was worried about that, but no leaks. Wastegates are back on. I put a 3-pound spring in them. So VS Racing gates, but like I've said before, they got a tile diaphragm and tile springs in them. And really, they think the only difference between these, instead of having a bronze guide for the valve, these have a powdered metal guide in them. Other than that, all the guts are tile. And if they don't work, I got 2 precision gates anyway I bought. You see there's a brace down there from the block to the turbo to support them. I got one on either side. I've showed them before. There's another vacuum slash boost gauge, but it ain't hooked up. I'll probably just leave it in there for now. But we're getting closer. We can get it running. It ain't that far away now. I don't know if I've showed everybody. If I can get back here, there's the nitrous bottle. There's the tank that I'm going to run for the cryo coolers or whatever you want to call them. My makeshift intercooler system. There's the fuel pump, MagnaFuel ProStar 500. We got a dash 12 feeding it, dash 10 feeding up to the regulator. And I just went ahead and mounted, I don't know if you see them or not, but the relays are mounted back here instead of up in the truck for it. It's got 2 relays that they wanted you to use with it. But other than that, we're pretty much, yeah, it's a mess up here. These plugs actually got colder plugs, got to go back in it. That's the cooler. I think all of them are in here. 4 and 4. Yep, all 8 of them are in there. I gotta bolt that down, get the lines run to it, because that's what's going to cool the fluid coming from the coolers to the tank. And the water pump's already mounted under their little Mazir pump. I went with it so I could run AN lines, blow off valves. But nitrous button in my homemade tab I made, it just goes under the shifter knob because I want it on a button. It's kind of like a oh shit thing if I decide to race it for some reason. I got a 100 shot to use, so and hopefully it don't come apart. So it should take it. It should take it without a problem. You know, it's got a Callie's Magnum crank in. It's got Callie's good Callie's H-beam rods, good pistons. You know, so it's got all best King bearings they make in it. Melodon pump, pickup tube. So we ought to be good. But like I said, we're getting closer and closer, slowly. You know, I want it done by May, but you know, we're still on a budget. What we spend on it, you know, we're spending an average of about $1,000, $1,200 a month on this thing, and we have since we started building it. So, but once it gets there, it'll be done. Then I'll probably start on that little blazer, do something with it. So, that or I'd like to build a rat rod. If I mean old truck, I like trucks rather than cars, and build me an old rat rod truck. Roots blower, tunnel ram, something crazy on it. Oh no. I wanted to put a roots blower on this, but there's just no room for the belt drive. Then we thought about putting like a torque storm on it, hang it off this side, and then I could use a different set of headers like I had on the old motor go down through the frame, and I've even found some that would work better than those did. But because these obviously wouldn't, because it'd be sitting right here and there's no way for everything would interfere. So, but we're going to do the turbo thing. That's what I wanted to do to start with. It's what the boy wanted to do. So we're going to see if two of these VS Racing 78, 75 next gens are enough for this 509. They should be. And they got the 125 AR exhaust housing, so won't be as much back pressure that way either. But I just want to share all that with everybody real quick. I'm gonna go inside. Excuse me. I'm gonna go inside. Went to the chiropractor, got cracked in the lines. Need to go back again, but my hip ain't killing me. It's still there a little bit, but it ain't killing me. So I was going to work on it tonight, but the grandson, he's got other plans, so I got to get him to sleep, maybe come out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So wife's got to be at work tomorrow at 7, so I may not come out. I may. It just depends. If I do, I'll video it. So everybody stay safe. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel, watching this little truck come to life, the build. I greatly appreciate it. God bless, and I will put more up when I have more to show you, so we're not just repeating everything over and over. Later.